All right, guys, don't mind the mess, but as you can see, I went through 1, 2, and I got another one in the house. That's 3 steering wheels. But as you can see, I got that gray one over there. That's the original color. I'm kind of glad I had to go through this because I got my airbag. I'll be able to change that out, put a Chevy airbag, and put my original steering wheel back on. All right, YouTube. So what I think was happening was, as you can see, I got this maroon steering wheel on, and yep, it's a Buick steering wheel, and this is the key it came with. It looked like a replacement key, but this is the key it came with. And when I tried to start it up, the pass lock, theft lock light, it was on or whatever. So I was looking it up, and it was basically saying something about the resistors in the key, which is these little things right here. It's one on both sides, and you gotta probe it with the ohm reader. So you get the ohm reader and you put the positive and negative one on each side, set it on 20K ohms, and it tell you the resistance in the key. And you basically gotta get a resistor. Give me 1 second. Where did the box of resistors go? Yeah, so I went on Amazon and I bought this kit of resistors. I don't know if y'all can even read it like that. Give me a second. So this is the box that I got. And let me show y'all what happened when I try to set the ohm readings. So like I said, this is the key, and I gotta get the ohms reader. 1 second. So I got the ohms reader here, and so what you do is you take the key with the one on both sides, the thing on both sides, and you basically put positive on one side, negative on the other side. But I'm no expert. I'm going based off what I read on the internet. So how can we do this? All right, give me a second. All right, so I got the ohms reader. Got the ohms reader here. And oh, I think my battery's died. I left it on. Oh, cool, great. So you set it on the 20K. You see? And it doesn't matter what side you put it on. So I just take the key, set the, oh, let me put this here so maybe y'all can see it. I'm sorry, it might be a little cricket, but once I put positive on one side, and it's difficult. Sorry about that. The phone died. But back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. Now I'm eating some pizza. But you just take your key, just take the probe, put it on one side. $20K. Got it on one side, this one on the other. 0.67. So they said when you're going with the resistors, you can go with one. You see it say positive or negative 5% to whatever the number is. So mine is 0.67, which is, I think they say 670. Or 675. So I need to look at that chart again, because I think it's between these two right here, the 560 and the 680. So you just take one of those resistors and so this is the wire that's coming from these are the wires right here. This is the orange wire that come from the steering column. So when I'm with trying to start my car, the light was on. So they basically saying you disconnect this, you cut it here, and then you add the resistor on one side here, one side there. And so you just take that piece and plug it back into this piece. Another way I found was, so basically the main reason why I was changing my steering column out, because behind this little piece here, it's a little rod that actuates when you turn the key on and off. Mine was broken in my original steering column, so that's why I had to change it. But when I changed it to this Buick steering column and I put this aftermarket key in, the light would stay on. But before, like if I put the key in, let's see. So this was the original key that came with the original steering wheel that was in the car. So this is the one for the aftermarket, for the Buick steering wheel. This one for my original Caprice. I own this one too. Give me one second. See, this one is way bigger. This thing says 2.98. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, 2.98. So that one is registering it a whole lot more. So what I did was I took apart the original steering column, and I seen somebody else do this. So I took apart the original steering column and took the ignition switch out, because it worked. It was just the actuator rod that was broken. So the guy, he took the original key and he placed it in the ignition and he hooked it up straight to that piece. And so what he did was just turn this on. So once he turned the car on, the light shouldn't be on. And I'm here with y'all, and we about to see. Let's find out. All right, so the key is inserted. So I'm gonna take the key, turn it, and as you can see, this wire is hooked up straight to that. So now I'm gonna take this key that came with the original steering wheel and see if I can get a crank from the car. The last time I tried to get a crank, I got nothing. Not a crank, not a sound. So let's see. We got the light. Pass key light went off. The pass light key went off, guys. Let's see. I got a crank. Give me 1 second.
A few minutes later.
You got the cutter? All right. Man, let me close this garage. It's loud, man. Get that for me. Yes, sir, yes, sir. It's that time, guys. All this out the way, nothing in the way. Just this thing. Right. Felt like I primed it with gas. Let's see, guys. Asphalt light went out. Let me see if I can give it some gas. I need to check something out because I don't think I'm getting fuel up front. I don't feel like I'm getting fuel. All right, let me cut you back on. Try to diagnose some stuff, and I'll get back to you. All right, YouTube. I tried to start it the first time. As you can see right down there, the fuel injectors was leaking. I had leak out of this one and this one. I just replaced all the O-rings. I put spacers underneath the screws right up in there. So hopefully it's hitting that even, and I'm about to find out. All I gotta do is hook this one wire up, and hopefully I get some fuel. So let's sit back and listen. So I did get a little fuel. The last time I had absolutely zero fuel pressure when I tried it. Look like I built a little fuel pressure when I tried. Let's keep going. All right, I'm in the garage, y'all. Dolo. Let's see. So I got my key. So I gotta take this key, turn it to the on position. All right. Asphalt key went off. Key light went off. Go back around. pressure. I'm not seeing any leaks, guys, from here. Right there. I got a leak. As you can see, I got a leak. All right, let me see if I can take care of that leak. And now I cut y'all back on.
Tighten this cable up too.
Yeah, I know it. That's a cord out of a truck. I still gotta tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, but she's trying to start. It sounds like it's coming off the manifold. You smell it?
Yeah.
That's all manifold.
Yeah, that's open.
Oh, that's why.
You know what I'm saying? This everything's still new. Oil gotta drip off.
Okay,
and,
cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Once you change the manifold, it'll stay lit because it's getting too much air. It'll stay running. You feel me?
What you mean? Think it's getting too much air?
Yeah, because you ain't got no pipes on here.
Oh no, they don't matter, man. People start their cars up on engine. Yo, all right, YouTube. So I got the fuel line ran. Earlier, I had a fuel leak at the fuel. Excuse the garage, y'all. You know how it is, man. I had a leak at the fuel filter. I fixed that. I tightened it up. I would try to start it. It'll crank, and then it'll go right off. I would start it with crank, then it'll go right off. So I got all the wires. Got my oil pressure. Got all the coils hooked up. I'm sitting at about 43 PSI on the gas. We're finna go for this first crank. All right, YouTube, let's try this one more time. I think I found the problem. I think I hadn't had the brake booster hooked up, so I think it was taking in too much air right there. So I just hooked that up. Let's try it again. Started. Oh, that pole fell. Thank you, Lord. All right, y'all. Got it. Got a few wires. I got it looking mad crazy over there. Wires ran everywhere, y'all. But I think we might have it. Let's give it a try.